How to get rid of all diseases and be healthy ever naturally. Hello and welcome to today's video, where I'm going to show you the best solution in order to help you to get rid of serious diseases naturally. There is a lot of talk these days about natural remedies and how to get rid of diseases naturally. For many people, this is an attractive option, as it allows them to take control of their own health and avoid the side effects of conventional medications. Diseases can be incredibly debilitating and life-altering. But what if there were natural ways to get rid of them without the use of drugs or surgery? This guide will show you how to become free from the shackles of traditional medicine. With this information, you'll be able to take control of your own health and well-being. A. Why do we get illnesses and diseases? 1. Bad daily dietary is the first cause of illnesses and diseases. What is the natural human diet? Are humans natural meat eaters? Quick test. When you see dead animals on the side of the road, are you tempted to stop and snack on them? Do you daydream about killing cows with your bare hands and eating them raw? If you answered no to these questions, then, like it or not, you're an herbivore. The following points help prove that a natural human diet is, in fact, vegan, and that enslaving animals, stealing their milk and eggs, and killing them simply isn't what nature intended. Although many humans choose to eat both plants and meat, earning us the dubious title of omnivore, we're anatomically herbivorous. The good news is that if you want to eat like our ancestors, you still can. Nuts, vegetables, fruit, and legumes are the basis of a healthy vegan lifestyle. Our teeth, jaws, and nail structure is not for meat eating. Humans have short, soft fingernails and small, canine, teeth. In contrast, carnivores, meat eaters, all have sharp claws and large canine teeth that are capable of tearing flesh. Carnivores' jaws move only up and down, requiring them to tear chunks of flesh from their prey and swallow them whole. Humans and other herbivores, plant eaters, can move their jaws up and down, and from side to side, allowing them to grind up fruit and vegetables with their back teeth. Like other herbivores' teeth, humans' back molars are flat for grinding fibrous plant foods. You can't tear flesh by hand, you can't tear hide by hand. Our anterior teeth are not suited for tearing flesh or hide. We don't have large canine teeth, and we wouldn't have been able to deal with food sources that require those large canines. Stomach acidity. Carnivorous animals swallow their food whole, relying on extremely acidic stomach juices to break down flesh and kill the dangerous bacteria in it, which would otherwise sicken or kill them. Our stomach acids are much weaker in comparison, because strong acids aren't needed to digest pre-chewed fruits and vegetables. Intestinal length. Animals who hunt have short intestinal tracts and colons that allow meat to pass through their bodies relatively quickly, before it can rot and cause illness. Humans' intestinal tracts are much longer than those of carnivores of comparable size. Longer intestines allow the body more time to break down fiber and absorb the nutrients from plant-based foods, but they make it dangerous for humans to eat meat. The bacteria in meat have extra time to multiply during the long trip through the digestive system, increasing the risk of food poisoning. Meat actually begins to rot while it makes its way through human intestines, which increases the risk of developing colon cancer. Human evolution and the rise of meat-heavy diets. If it's so unhealthy and unnatural for humans to eat meat, why did our ancestors sometimes turn to flesh for sustenance? Author of the book The Power of Your Plate, Dr. Neil Barnard, talks about humans' early diet, explaining that we had diets very much like other great apes, which is to say a largely plant-based diet. Meat eating probably began by scavenging, eating the leftovers that carnivores had left behind. However, our bodies have never adapted to it. To this day, meat eaters have a higher incidence of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and many other problems. Fruit and different plants and other things that we may have eaten maybe became less available. The meat eating that we do, or that our ancestors did, even back to the earliest time we were eating meat, is culturally mediated. You need some kind of processing technology in order to eat meat. So I don't necessarily think we are hardwired to eat meat. Until recently, only the wealthiest people could afford to feed, raise, and slaughter animals for meat, while everyone else ate mostly plant foods. Consequently, prior to the 20th century, Only the rich were plagued routinely with diseases such as heart disease and obesity. Now that animal flesh has become relatively cheap and is easily available, thanks to the cruel, cost-cutting practices of farming, deadly ailments such as heart disease, strokes, cancer, diabetes, and obesity have spread to people across the socio-economic spectrum. And as the Western lifestyle spills over into less developed areas of Asia and Africa, people there, too, have begun to suffer and die from diseases associated with meat-based diets. When humans consume animal protein, research shows a link to cancer of the colon, breast, prostate, and pancreas. In the next 10 years, one of the things you're bound to hear is that animal protein is one of the most toxic nutrients of all that can be considered. Some body, even many medical doctors, believes that plants don't provide certain nutrients that animal products do. One such essential nutrient that you can't get from plants is vitamin B12, which is necessary for the normal function of the nervous system and the formation of red blood cells. Other nutrients, such as creatine, vitamin D3, and omega-3 fatty acids like docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, are also missing in a plant-based diet. That is not true, even ridiculous. Don't listen to them. I will prove those information are wrong later soon. Have you ever experienced the big problem of fill up the gas fuel tank of your car with diesel, by mistake? The more diesel you fill up, by mistake, into your gas tank, the worsen problems with your engine is. It happens almost the same with our bad daily dietary, especially with whoever love meat eating. 2. Unhealthy daily lifestyle routine is another cause of illness and diseases. Hundreds of diseases plague people all over the world. While some are easily treatable, others can be chronic and deadly. But what if there was a way to get rid of diseases by naturopathy treatment, without expensive medications or treatments? Scientists are uncovering more and more evidence that lifestyle modification is one of the best ways to stay healthy and disease-free. Now, let's enter the importance of today's subject: how to get rid of all diseases and be healthy ever naturally. What we should pay more attention and practice as soon as possible, by making small changes to your daily lifestyle routine, including 1. Getting regular exercise. Physical activity may help flush bacteria out of the lungs and airways. This may reduce your chance of getting a cold, flu, or other illness. Exercise causes change in antibodies and white blood cells, WBC. WBCs are the body's immune system cells that fight disease. These antibodies or WBCs circulate more rapidly, so they could detect illnesses earlier than they might have before. The brief rise in body temperature during and right after exercise may prevent bacteria from growing. This temperature rise may help the body fight infection better. Exercise slows down the release of stress hormones. Some stress increases the chance of illness. Lower stress hormones may protect against illness and diseases. Exercise is good for you, but you should not overdo it. 2. Avoiding unhealthy habits, such as avoid stress and lack of sleep. Stress and lack of sleep affect all systems of the body, including the musculoskeletal, respiratory, cardiovascular, endocrine, gastrointestinal, nervous, and reproductive systems. Our bodies are well equipped to handle stress in small doses. But when that stress becomes long-term or chronic, it can have serious effects on your body and create more illness and diseases, such as musculoskeletal system. When the body is stressed, muscles tense up. Muscle tension is almost a reflex reaction to stress, the body's way of guarding against injury and pain. Respiratory system. The respiratory system supplies oxygen to cells and removes carbon dioxide waste from the body. Air comes in through the nose and goes through the larynx in the throat, down through the trachea, and into the lungs through the bronchi. The bronchioles then transfer oxygen to red blood cells for circulation. Stress and strong emotions can present with respiratory symptoms, such as shortness of breath and rapid breathing, as the airway between the nose and the lungs constricts. The heart and blood vessels comprise the two elements of the cardiovascular system that work together in providing nourishment and oxygen to the organs of the body. The activity of these two elements is also coordinated in the body's response to stress. Chronic stress, or a constant stress experienced over a prolonged period of time, can contribute to long-term problems for heart and blood vessels. The consistent and ongoing increase in heart rate and the elevated levels of stress hormones and of blood pressure can take a toll on the body. This long-term ongoing stress can increase the risk for hypertension, heart attack, or stroke. Gastrointestinal system. The gut has hundreds of millions of neurons which can function fairly independently and are in constant communication with the brain, explaining the ability to feel butterflies in the stomach. Stress can affect this brain-gut communication and may trigger pain, bloating, and other gut discomfort to be felt more easily. The gut is also inhabited by millions of bacteria which can influence its health, and the brain's health, which can impact the ability to think and affect emotions. 3. Avoid tobacco smoking. Smoking causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung diseases, diabetes, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Smoking also increases risk for tuberculosis, certain eye diseases, and problems of the immune system, including rheumatoid arthritis. 4. Avoid bad daily dietary. If you haven't thought about whether or not the foods that you consume are truly nourishing you, take time to examine your eating habits to ensure that you're meeting your nutritional goals. For better health, try to limit the amount of food that you eat from these categories. Avoid them is even better. Avoid foods with added sugar, such as cookies, cake, ice cream, candy, sugary breakfast cereals, flavored yogurt. Most Americans eat considerably more than the recommended amount of sugar every day. It may lurk in places where you least expect it, like salad dressing, tomato sauce, or sliced bread. Too much sugar may lead to weight gain and increase your risk of diabetes. Avoid foods with added salt, such as chips, pretzels, breads, crackers, canned soup, processed snack foods. The American Heart Association recommends that adults should limit their sodium intake to 1,500 milligrams per day. But the average person consumes more than twice that amount. Too much salt may lead to high blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease. Avoid foods with refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, white rice, French fries, crackers, sugary breakfast cereals. Some of the staples of your diet, white pasta, white bread, white rice, aren't as healthy as their whole grain counterparts. Foods containing refined carbohydrates are stripped of fiber and other nutrients during the manufacturing process. Eating them may cause spikes in your blood sugar levels, leading to inflammation, weight gain, and an increased risk of diabetes. Avoid too much alcohol. Over time, excessive alcohol use can lead to the development of chronic diseases and other serious problems including high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, and digestive problems. Cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, voice box, liver, colon, and avoid processed meats, such as cold cuts, hot dogs, sausage, bacon, beef jerky. A plant-based diet is healthier for you than one containing an abundance of red meat, which contains saturated fat. Saturated fat may increase your cholesterol levels and raise your risk of heart disease. People who consume processed meats regularly are at greater risk of cancer or heart disease. 5. Drink enough water. Water does so much more than quench your thirst. It regulates your body temperature, lubricates joints, aids digestion and nutrient absorption, and detoxifies your body by removing waste products. Your body's cells must continuously repair themselves to function optimally and break down nutrients for your body to use as energy. However, these processes release wastes in the form of urea and carbon dioxide, which can cause harm if they build up in your blood. Water transports these waste products, efficiently removing them through urination, breathing, or sweating. So staying properly hydrated is important for detoxification. 6. Detox your body at least once a month or more. The world we're living in today is fraught with toxins. From the food you eat to the air you breathe, you come into contact with toxins every single day. These toxins can build up over time and overwhelm your body's natural detoxification process, leaving you in a diminished state of health. Toxins may be abundant in today's world, but that doesn't mean that you can't protect your body from their negative effects. Regularly detoxing flushes out toxins from your system, so that you can overcome negative symptoms. But how often should you detox for optimal health? The best frequency for detoxing will vary from person to person, and this is due to many factors. For one, we're all managing a different toxic load, depending on our environment, diet, grooming habits, and other lifestyle factors. Some people detox twice or triple a week, others once a month, and others just a few times per year. If you're frequently experiencing symptoms of toxicity, such as fatigue, moodiness, mental fog, and abdominal bloating, more frequent detoxing is a smart choice. But if you have a relatively low toxic load and don't struggle with symptoms of toxicity, you may only need to detox a few times per year. But for maintain a general good health, at least once or twice a month is a good option. Even you don't struggle with any symptoms of toxicity. Ash Gourd Detox Drink. This drink is an excellent detoxifier and can be consumed in the morning on an empty stomach. How to use. Blend ½ pound of ash gourd with ½ glass of coconut water, and serve immediately in the early morning, 3 times a week. Don't eat anything at least 2 hours later. 7. Super boost your immune system and health with microgreens. Don't confuse microgreens with sprouts. Sprouts are germinated in water, not soil, for 1 or 2 days to produce underdeveloped leaves. Microgreens grow in soil and sunlight and take at least a week to produce leaves. Microgreens contain 4 to 40 times more nutrients than their mature counterparts. As expensive as some microgreens are in grocery stores, you can easily grow them in your own kitchen or outside in a garden. All you need is light, a container, soil and water. Of course, you also need seeds to plant. Many stores or internet marketplaces sell pre-packaged seed mixes that have similar flavor profiles. Some of the more popular seeds include the following plants. Sunflower microgreen. Contain the 8 essential amino acids. They're also high in all of the important B vitamins, which include vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, and B15. Mustard greens. Mustard greens can be considered one of the superfoods due to their nutritional properties. They are abundant in various essential minerals and vitamins. As a result, they offer various health benefits, including strengthening the teeth and bones, reducing cell inflammation and damage, and boosting your immune system. Mustard greens contain many health-boosting antioxidants like beta-carotene, which can protect your skin and lower risk factors of diabetes. The greens are also a great source of several B vitamins, including thiamine, B1, niacin, B3, and pyridoxine, B6. A serving also offers high amounts of vitamin K. Kale microgreens. Kale microgreens contain up to 40x more nutrients than its adult counterpart. They are packed with vitamins A, B6, vitamin C, and K1, along with minerals like calcium, iron, copper, magnesium, and potassium. In addition to fiber, they are also a rich source of phenolic compounds and carotenoid antioxidants. These act like antioxidants and boost the immune system, helping protect against disease. Arugula microgreens. Arugula microgreens contain almost 8 times the calcium, 5 times the vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin K, and 4 times the iron as the iceberg lettuce. Microgreens are also a rich source of nutrients, vitamins E, L, lutein, and beta-carotene. Spinach microgreens. High in insoluble fiber, which helps support your digestive health. Spinach microgreens are also a good source of calcium, folic acid, vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin E, and beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a type of carotenoid that your body converts to vitamin A. Radish microgreens. Radish microgreens are a nutrient powerhouse, boasting high levels of vitamins A, B, C, E, and K. They're rich in antioxidants, promoting cellular repair, and essential minerals like calcium and iron. Their distinct peppery flavor adds a unique touch to meals, making them versatile to any diet. Peas microgreens. Pea microgreens are a good source of vitamins C, K, folate, and potassium. They are also packed with antioxidants, which can help to protect the body from damage. They provide several health benefits, including boosting the immune system and energy levels. A single cup of pea microgreens can provide 50% of an adult's recommended daily vitamin C allowance. This essential vitamin can help to protect an immune system that is depleted from stress, smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, or obesity. Basil microgreens. Basil microgreens contain protein, vitamins E, A, K, B6, and C, as well as calcium, iron, zinc, magnesium, copper, phosphorus, and even potassium. That adds up to a lot of benefits. Anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. Remember, follow these steps closely plus apply whatever you just viewed in this video. That's all information for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The more you view our video, the better looking you will be. Your perfect beauty is our passion, and we will try our best to help you look forever young. If you like this video, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and give it a like. Bye bye and have many nice days.